Domestic violence doesn't just affect the partner who's being abused, it costs society in a number of ways. Joining me now, Tina Capito and Carrie Ann Frazier. And Carrie Ann is a playwright, and you have a new production that is coming up, and it's on a very personal topic.
Yes. Shattered Pieces will premiere in Killeen next Saturday, September 14th at the Killeen Arts and Activity Center. And this domestic violence piece is actually my domestic violence survival story. And so as a speaker on domestic violence, I do this all the time, and I always get the reaction, you don't look like someone who's been through anything like that. And so as a playwright, I thought, put in everything on the stage, bits and pieces of what happened, to truly educate the community as to what the cycle of domestic violence looks like. And that's kind of how I came up with it.
And Tina, of course, with Educated Angels, and of course your association with CASA is kind of a perfect fit as a sponsor.
It is, because we want to make sure that we are supporting those who are putting these things out in the community. Domestic violence is a hard topic to talk about, and people don't want to hear about it, but it affects so many people in our community. And I think that coming together with partnerships with Impact Outreach, with Teach Them to Love, making sure that we are coming together and supporting one another is what our community is about.
Well, Shattered Pieces being your story, are you directing this play as well?
I am. It's written by me. I'm directing it as well.
But you're not starring in it.
I'm not starring. I think that would be way too much for me to do this. The piece is actually very emotional.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
And one of the things that I found out is the entire cast had somehow been impacted by domestic violence. We found that out in the first rehearsal, and we literally had to stop because we have clinicians on set just to help us reset because it's such a heavy topic. But everyone in some form or fashion had been impacted, whether as a child, as an adult, or they had a close provider who was affected by domestic violence. And so we know that 1 in 4 women will be affected by domestic violence, as well as 1 in 7 men, I'm sorry. 2 of the men in our play were directly impacted by domestic violence. And so you will definitely hear what they have to say about that as well.
And how can folks get tickets, and again, where will this be staged?
Sure, September 14th at the Killeen Arts and Activity Center. You can go to my website, kzfrazierdrama.com. You can have tickets there, as well as eventbrite.com. And there are also local venues in Killeen. That's the Jewelry Lady on Stenschluter, Gay's House of Beauty on Rancier, and then the Taiku Wine and Bar Lounge on Avenue D, which is just down the street from the theater.
Well, so many great sponsors as well. And Tina, it's important because it affects not only the abuse victim, but the family and society.
Yes. It affects children, and I think that in domestic violence, sometimes we forget about the children. We forget they're watching that, they're learning that, and they're seeing that. And as a community, I feel it's important that we come together so that we can build healthy family unities and provide resources to families.
All right, and you've got some great things coming up with your organizations. You'll be back.
I will. Yes. I'm going to come back. I won't just send people. I know sometimes I will come back.
Well, it's always great to see you both, and thank you for coming to be with us.